Good morning, team. Uwe Jacobs, property strategist from Property Friends, coming to you from a beautiful morning. Just having a look out there. Blue skies. Forecast is 33 degrees for Perth, Western Australia, which is where I am at. Okay, continuing in the series of live updates, I promised to give an overview over Perth. So this is it. Perth has really had great price growth, particularly in the last couple of years. That's driven by a number of factors. One, it has had very big population growth. The economy is going great, and a very persistent shortage of houses and very, very high, demand. Yeah, very high demand for rental properties and very, very low vacancy. So there's been a tremendous increase in the median house price and also in rent. The rental market is extremely tight. Vacancy factor 0.1%, tight as a drum. The moment you've got something for rent, you've got plenty of applications. The rentals themselves are going up like there's no tomorrow. So it's an excellent market for property investor. The economy is also very strong, fueled by the resources sector. There may be some waves, some influences through the political scene of specifically America. It remains to be seen what Donald does eventually and what effects it has to the resources sector in Australia. The slab on tariffs can have an influence, and Perth is very, very much driven by the resources sector. So that's something to be monitored. But essentially, the economic stability provides for a solid foundation for property investment here. A key driver here in Perth is the bottleneck, is the divergence between supply and demand. There's very limited housing supply, strong population growth, and that has obviously, as always, provided for tremendous increase in value, so capital gain, and increase in rental, so cash flow. Beautiful market. Forecast is for the values, both rent as well as value, to continue to grow. And the reduction in interest rates, I see the next one coming in May, June, 25 basis points. Let's see whether my crystal ball is any good. I don't see anyone coming before then. The reduction in interest rates will continue to fuel and will solidify property investments. Some people are still sitting on the bench waiting for the next interest rate cut to have affirmed that the interest rates are going down and that there is good times coming back for property investors. If you are looking to invest, don't wait. Now the good deals are coming. So to give you the one-line summary, Perth is a great market to invest, but it is also, as I call, the far west, far, far away from any other market. Builders are obviously extremely busy, hard to get, and there are also different building practices in Perth, in the west, in regards to both the way that a building is designed as well as how it is quoted. I couldn't, and this is going back 20 years ago, I couldn't work out why the pricing per square meter was so low until I found out that there were no floor coverings and no painting included in the in the standard quote. So make sure that you get a turnkey quote. Just a couple of tips there. Yeah, so great market. If you can find somebody that can help you, or if you live here in Perth, that'll be great. But it's not for the faint-hearted because it's completely overrun. Hard to get a decent block of land and hard to get a decent builder. We are continuing with our strategy. We will not do Perth because strategically I am more interested in Geraldton, Western Australia, one of the highest growing markets this year in Australia, and plenty more capital gain to come. Now, we know Geraldton very well, have done about, I'd say 60, 65 houses there over the years, which is why we are more interested in Geraldton, because we've got set up infrastructure, set up relationships. And why would I swim in shark-infested waters or like Perth, where there is plenty of buyers, agents, and competition, and I don't need to. Geraldton also, as a country town of 40,000 people, excuse me, has got typically better rental yield than Perth. And remember, and go back to the previous live sessions, the importance between rental income as the short-term income and capital gain as the long-term income being in balance is really important. So if you don't have the high enough rental income, you can't wait for the capital gain. If you want to go back to the previous sessions, I've explained it there in detail. All right, swapping topics, just very briefly. One great opportunity in Perth and in a lot of areas is our new product offering, our new business, the Turnkey Lodge, or TKL. The big advantage is it being a secondary dwelling of 60 square meters. Yes, it is very compact, but it works a charm. Let me see if I can bring up a... no, let me see. Well, no, for tomorrow, I will prepare a floor plan and we'll show a floor plan. The advantages of this dwelling are unbelievable. It is amazing the way things come together in this dwelling. It's just crazy. Which is why I am saying, especially at the price point that I know I haven't told anybody yet, and I won't disclose that as yet, because when the competition finds out what very little dollars we can do this for, by having the streamlined and optimized processes. Remember, the dwelling is modular. It comes in a container. It is not a container home. It comes in a container. It's BCA, NCC approved. You don't need it for Perth, but it's even category 3 cyclone rated, which means that in Exmouth, Broome, and further north, tremendous opportunity for this dwelling. And as a secondary dwelling, or in the old days we used to call it granny flat, you do not need a DA, development application. You still need a BA, building application. but the approval process in the council approvals is greatly reduced. So a tremendous opportunity for anybody that has got a block of land where you can put a secondary dwelling into the back, or a clever investor that says, hey, I can get myself a 550 square meter lot, put 2 on, strata title, Bob's your uncle. And again, just imagine that you put a secondary dwelling into your backyard. Would you rather have your tenants, or if you live there yourself, being disturbed for 6 to 8 months whilst the traditional 60 square meter dwelling goes up, or is 2 weeks better? Would you rather sit on the interest exposure, having to fund the deal without an income because it's still under construction for 6 to 8 months, or for 2 weeks? What's there not to like about the Turnkey Lodge, I say? But I'm biased, and that's okay. All right, I have taken a bit more time than I wanted to. That's okay. You've got the data for Perth. Today we are driving to Geraldton, boogieing down the road for 5 hours. It'll be a great drive. And I shall see you tomorrow at 10:30 Western Australian time. Sorry, 10:30 standard. No, 10:30. I'll get this right eventually. Just give me a bit of time. 10:30 Australian Daylight Savings Time. AEDT. 10:30. So on the East Coast, 10:30. On the West Coast, 7:30. I'll lodge the new stream in a minute. Have fun. Enjoy. Tremendous times coming for property investors. We're back into the good times. Let the good times roll. Have a great day. And remember, you got to be in it to win it. Any questions, especially in regards to TKL, the Turnkey Lodge? I'm getting inquiries left, right, and center. Go to the website. We're providing a separate landing page for it at the moment. We're still working on that. Book a discovery call and we can have a chat. Enjoy. Bye-bye.